up, those are all going to be gone then, or?
Well, all those cars are mine, Tory's, and Dwayne's.
Oh, okay.
So they're not. I'm not doing customers' cars. I'm not
Okay.
doing them. I don't want to chase my money because it's just going to be a pain. So I got a bunch of cool stuff. So I'm just going to start doing that, and then when I want to change it up, I'll pick something up. That's
Okay.
because it doesn't, to me, it doesn't really matter what the car is. It's the work. Like I'm waiting on parts. So I introed a 58 Del Rey wagon that I'm going to put the floor in. So, putting a floor in is putting a floor in. It's just that simple. So
All right.
if you can get past the brand, you'll be okay. But I do have a 56 Ford Crestline in the wings. I got a K5 Blazer. That's what the 383 came out of, and it needs a bunch of sheet metal work. Just,
What your
so I'm
Blazer?
going to be doing heavy fab work. I got a 76 Cutlass that the windshield and the back glass, all that window channel has to be replaced. It's all rotted out. So I'm going to be doing stuff like that, stuff that people want to learn about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing. And then, I'll just explain what I'm doing as I go along. And then I got to make stands for a bunch of equipment. Like I'm doing a fixture table. I got the tabletop cut, so I'm going to shoot a video on building my fixture table.
So you were just drilling holes on that today, weren't you?
Huh?
Weren't you just drilling holes on that today?
No, those were just pictures that was the picture that you saw on Instagram with the tabletop laying on the trailer. Yeah, the hole's already cut. It's just got to be welded up. And actually, I'm putting I did one for me and one for one of my students. So he's learning how to weld, and we're going to I'm letting him put them together, and then I'll go through and check everything and make sure that, he did it right. But I'm going to watch him weld, and he's going to build both tables. So it's free labor. I get to sit there and watch.
There you go. So when you say teach, what students are you teaching again too?
Yeah, the Wu-Tang had us shut down for a few months, so
Right.
we're back at it. We're back at it, and we're probably halfway through this semester. So,
okay.
And they already said they're going to bring us back for next semester. We had some scandal a couple of months ago, and I don't know where all it landed at the end of the day. I wasn't involved in it. I didn't get wrapped up in it, but they were talking about canceling the whole class for good.
Oh,
so they brought us back, and I think they're going to bring us back next semester. That's the word on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go from there. Yeah.
Good. You got over 2,000 subscribers. Santiago Garage Insider TV.com.
Yep,
check them out on YouTube.
Yeah, make sure you check it out.
Yep. So I'm just, man, I go up on Monday. I stay the longest I can stay is till Wednesday. If I have work till Wednesday, I work Wednesday and come home Wednesday evening. And then Thursday at 1:00, I'm in the school. So I work at the school Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then I come home for Sunday.
Ah, jeez.
So
yeah, you got a jam-packed, buddy. Jam-packed.
Hey,
well, I'm glad you're busy. I'm glad you're healthy.
Somewhere along the line, I'm gonna start building the structure for my expansion on the building. Me and Dwayne were talking about that the other day. So, yeah. So I'm gonna get my plan is to build the structure at least 16 feet tall, and then put 4 53 shipping containers on top of it.
Jeez.
53 footers.
Wow. There you go.
Wow. Good plan.
Yeah, there's gonna be some welding.
Piece of cake.
Sure.
Piece of cake.
Right.
Hey, I got a buzzing. Is that me or you guys?
I don't hear anything on my end.
Let me try something.
Maybe one of your microphones.
Yeah, one of his
I
5 or 6.
I think it might be me. It's coming through my speaker.
Yeah, we're not hearing it on the show.
Is that all right? You guys hear that?
No, we don't. I don't hear anything. No. I hear you.
I can't hear anybody now.
Oh man.
I was causing trouble last show.
Uh-oh.
Now here we go.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Tori's
How's
like,
that? Is that better?
Tori's used to this.
I can't hear
I'm trying to be.
Damn it, man!
Trouble, so. I'm just going with the flow, guys. That's all I'm doing.
Well, I saw Mike Curtis pop in. He was going to be one of our first guests. He was on for about a second.
You know what it is? You have daylight savings time. You have the time change. You have
coronavirus
time zones, which is what time zone am I in? What time is it? If it's 4 o'clock here, what time is it there?
Yeah. I said Central. I know people are confused.
We'll set up next time doing Eastern. This way, we'll just work off of Eastern Standard, and this way, they can work their way west through the time zones, and it'll be a lot less confusing.
That's because you live on the East Coast. That's why you're recommending that.
Don't blame me. I didn't start the place. I just live here, you know. So
I approve Tory's message.
Thanks, Terry. Thanks for the backup. I appreciate it. I really do.
Anytime.
Thanks, Tory. Tory has been instrumental behind the scenes helping me get a lot of the guests on. So thank you, Tory, for doing that.
Anytime.
And,
anytime.
You've been a great help. I'm going to meet a lot of people tonight that we've never talked to and never met. And thanks to Tory. So Mark Greene needs to hook up with you too. You know, he might want a few of your guests that you know too.
As a matter of fact, I spoke to him earlier last week.
There you go.
Lou's gonna be a guest on his podcast on Wednesday. So
nice.
I need to get Mark some photographs, and I'll get back with Lou to get some pictures and stuff for the promo and what have you. And Lou will be one of the newest guests on the show. So we're all excited to see that.
His 1700th or something like that.
I mean, Mark does an amazing job. I mean, he just does podcasts one after the other, day after day. I mean, he is just a machine when it comes to stuff like that. And he does it so well.
And the questions that he asks.
Yeah,
if your car wore socks, what color socks would your car wear? It's like, where do you come up with this stuff, man?
I drink a lot.
That goes with everything. So that's my answer. My
good answer.
Hey, Tory, thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, my pleasure. Anytime, Mark. Anytime.
Yeah, Monday will be guest number 1675, I believe.
You're getting close to 1700.
Getting close. Yeah.
1530.
Does that mean
Terry?
1551.
Jeez, I was right.
Mark, I know all these good guys on the screen. So, Mark, if you need anything, I'll contact them to make sure they give their number out. I'll put them in contact with you. And, at the end of the day, the most important thing is building, friendship is first and foremost. We have some good friends, here on the screen. But building a good network, too, I mean, that's the most important thing right there. This way everyone has everyone else's back. And we all work together for a common goal. We have a little fun doing it, too, building cars and meeting people. That's what it's all about. And, the people that I've met in the past, 3 or 4 years, absolutely blessed.
Yeah. No, it's cool. It's all about sharing people's inspiring stories for me and pushing them out there so my listeners can learn about all these people, and mostly how we're all having fun with cars, because a lot of people go to work every day and it sucks and they wait for the weekend to play in their garage. And, you don't have to do that. You can work in the field, and I've got 1,675 examples of that and growing every day. So really appreciate the help you've given. That's one thing when it's my turn to talk here. I was going to say, everybody on the show here that's not been on cars, reach out and let's talk, and I'll put you on the show, because it's all about sharing. I talk about my good buddy here, Terry and Lewis. Those guys are master sharers of stuff that I post and sharing the love. And, Jeff and you, Mike, I mean, all have been great. And I've seen a bunch of familiar faces on the show here, which has been pretty fun. So, Terry, we should get you on the drums back there. I'll pull the Strat off the wall and we'll rock and roll tonight.
I'm always, I'm not prepared. We'll do something. We'll have a nice little solo someday. We'll definitely do a solo.
There you go.
Well, if you're on this show, I mean, we do have 5 or 6 different podcasters that are on the show tonight somewhere along the line. So it's when we did the Car Owner Virus podcast last time, it was pretty great seeing everyone else's shows too. So it was
and you learned about the meat sweat.
Yeah. What's that?
The meat sweat.
Mike Cotton.
Yeah.
Mike Cotton with the meat sweat. I remember that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That poor guy. My God.
Jack reminded me about Texas, so that's what I remember.
He looked tortured. I felt so bad for him. I really did.
I don't see Brad Fanshaw here, so that means Mark Greene would be up next.
Yay!
Who, me?
Yeah.
Am I awake?
We can segue. Yeah, you've been here all night too since the beginning.
Well, I've got the door shut. My wife's in there screaming at the TV for the Seahawks to win. So if you hear some bottles and things getting thrown around, just ignore it. So being in the Pacific Northwest, but I appreciate you having me here. Thank you very much. And like I said, it's really fun to see some great faces. Since I jumped on at the beginning here, people that have been guests on Cars Yeah. So that's pretty darn cool. So I'm always fun to see and catch up with people. I feel like I've got, these friends all over the place, and I guess I do in a sense, people that have been on my show. So I really appreciate it. It's fun.
You get, it's pretty cool podcasting. You get to know all these people, and the car community and all the car people are just so awesome. I haven't run into too many people that are, really jerks or anything like that.
No, so they're all good. And like Jeff was saying, last week I had a past guest, Ingo Schmote, just text me, say, "Hey, are you in town?" And I go, "Yeah, I live here." And he said, "I'm in town. I want to take pictures of Orange Crush." And, called me and we got together, and I took him a nice bottle of one of my sponsors' wine, Adobe Road. They make these really cool wines called the Racing Series. So I took him a bottle because I know he and his significant other, Annie, love to drink wine. And we went out at 9 p.m. in a quiet Gig Harbor, and he painted my car with light. And you'll see, I was just, while we're playing here, I was posting up some of his pictures on Facebook. And I've done that before, but on my master page. But, I run into stuff like that all the time. And when COVID's over, I get a lot more of it. Like you, Mike, I'd be on a plane today flying to Vegas. So but I'm not going to bring that up because Jeff's going to yell at us.
Yeah, he might. He might yell. He doesn't like me saying that.
Yeah, but it's it is what it is. So it'll be next year, bigger and better. And when I had the folks from SEMA on my show earlier this year, and they were dead set on it being a thing, just like everybody, but it changed. So we just got to go with the flow and stay healthy and take care of each other. And you just pivot. One thing I've learned having so many guests on my show this year, I've always asked them, I said, "Are you healthy? Everybody healthy?" And amazingly, very few people have been on my show have had anybody they know infected by this. A few of them have. Thank goodness nobody's lost anybody, at least it's been on my show. I know we've lost a lot of people, but they've all said we've had these unique ways to pivot and change our business. And I've heard that tonight. And that's one thing that we do so great in this nation is we learn how to just pivot and adapt and move on. It's like being recon soldiers, you going through the field and something happens. Well, the plan just changed. We got to go do something different. So many people have done that with this and just modified. I had the beginnings of my first TV show last year. We had half of this year shot, and then COVID just, killed the whole thing. So hopefully we can bring back Cars Yeah TV next year. But podcasting is unaffected, other than sponsors having some trouble paying, but they've all caught up and been good to me, and I picked up a few new ones. So it's nice. I'm always home. I work at home, so it's not bad. My old job, I worked for 20 plus years at Griot's Garage, and I used to say, my next job, I'm going to have no employees and no commuting. And look, I got what I wished, right? So be careful what you wish for.
Well, when you say gig, it's like Gig Harbor, and you have your own gig at home. That's not a bad thing.
No, it's a great thing. I get to talk to people from all over the world. I say this thing I do is like Forrest Gump's box of chocolates. I never know what I'm going to get, but it always tastes pretty good. Sometimes it's a surprise. You'll break that thing open and go, "Whoa, didn't expect that to be inside there." But it's pretty cool, and I make these great friends, like so many people that are here this evening and will come on this evening, and it just feels like it kind of just expands your reach and reaching out to people to invite people on, and great people like Tory who've helped get people on the show.
Yeah,
I have no complaints. I'm very fortunate, very blessed, and you just keep doing what you got to do. And for me, it's about sharing all your guys' stories so you can tell others how to be fun and successful in your lives as well. And I know for folks like Jeff that, got derailed with events, because Jeff, you're all about going to events. I think I had to cancel 8 flights this year, way less than you do, but those were events I was going to get paid to go do and be at. And I could finally tell my wife, look, honey, got a check for going to a car show for the first time in my life. Right. But that'll come back next year. It'll happen again. I'm already setting stuff up. And a little insider scoop here. I'm starting another new podcast. Hopefully December 1st, if not January 1st. We're lining it all up, but it's going to be something pretty cool. And I wanted to make sure, for the women are on here. I see a couple of beautiful women here. It's going to be a there's some thumbs up. There's going to be, no, Lewis, you're not a woman. You can't put your thumb up. You're way too hairy, but you can thumb up for women. Yeah. It's going to be a podcast focused on women in the automotive industry. So it's very cool. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a one week a show to start with, but I'll have a co-host that's a woman, and we'll be doing events, and it's going to be great. So I've had almost 300 women on Cars Yeah that work in the automotive industry, and it gave me the idea last year. So I've been working on it, and I've got all these people aligned, and we just signed a 3-year deal with a financier. Yes, I should say, benefactor. Somebody who's going to come on board to help get this thing rolling. And so, yeah, I'm excited about that. It'll be fun. So,
very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so Cars Yeah expands. It'll be something separate from Cars Yeah. It'll have a different name and everything, but it'll ride on the coattails of Cars Yeah, so you'll be able to find it there. Just like the show I was doing with Keith Martin, Buy, Sell, Hold, earlier this year. So, yeah, as if I'm not busy enough, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah. This will be your third podcast. You're still doing a second one yet.
Well, the second one, Buy, Sell, Hold, he suspended that.
Okay.
But we're going to pick that back up, I hope, next year. Magazines, it's been tough for magazines this year with advertisers, and he does a lot of events he couldn't do this year. So those of you who do a lot of events or shooting TV shows like I was trying to do, you just can't do it when certain states tell you can't do it. So,
right.
You just kind of work around that thing. But we're hoping we can bring Buy, Sell, Hold back because it was just getting rolling. We had 29 episodes. We were getting advertisers on board. We were getting a great listenership. So I think it'll come back. It was a good show. A lot of people are saying, hey, bring it back. We had some it was a different format than Cars Yeah, but it was kind of in tying with the collector car market, which all of us are, even if we can't go buy a bunch of cars, we're interested in it. Mm-hmm. And we had a couple of people on the show that were big time billionaire collectors with insane numbers of the best cars, Ferrari GTOs and the first Bentleys that ever raced and all these kind of things. So we had some really interesting folks. Yeah.
Wish I could do that.
I like, me too. But I like Cars Yeah because I have everything from guys that are just one-man bands doing their own thing to people that have huge businesses. And so, if anything I've learned with all these friendships I've made is just we got to be doing what we love because I don't think a week goes by that somebody doesn't lose somebody. And I've had 5 past guests this year alone. I had 8 last year that passed away for various reasons. And you just kind of go, better be having fun every day because, you just don't know how many days that you're going to be blessed with. So we're doing it. We figured out the secret sauce to life. And that's one thing I've learned. The other thing is what you're doing here, Mike, I've learned is that to be super happy in life, you got to give back to others. And, folks like Terry know that and Lewis, they're like the ultimate givers. Yeah. And so if you're giving back to people and helping folks inside your heart, that's what will make you happy. Find a way to do that in your profession. There's a heart for you up there in window number 3. I see you there.
Hey, Robin.
Yeah, right. Good job, Robin. Exactly. So, yeah, that's the secret. That's my secret sauce to life today. And, here we are on the first day of Pacific Standard Time. Everybody set their clocks back last night?
Yeah, everyone's all messed up.
I was hoping we could set.
They do it automatically.
I wanted to set my iPhone does. That Cotton guy doesn't like our iPhones, but I love mine. But
really,
but I wanted to be able to set things ahead like 5 months. It just skip forward. But we're going to have to kind of work through this, and we'll all be okay no matter what happens.
All right. Well, we're going to move to the next guest.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mark. We appreciate it. Cars Yeah, check them out.
Cars Yeah, check it out.
All right.
We're going to go to, I see Mike Curtis keeps coming in and out. I don't know if he's here, but he is going to be on the beginning of the show. But I'd like to say hey and at least say hi to them. But
let's talk to Chris and Robin. Have been here since the very beginning.
Okay. They've been here since the beginning.
They have. They've been waiting patiently.
You got to see this car, Cord Newman, right behind them. Tell us about Hulkamino.
Well, we're pretty happy. The Hulkamino is going to go to California here in a week for part of the Hot Wheels deal. And
awesome.
To make a real hot out of.
Fingers crossed.
So this is the finals then. Is this the finals?
November 14th will be the final.
Okay.
From what we understand.
Yeah.
Do you know how many cars you're going up against?
I think it's like 9 or 10.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's it. That's awesome.
9 or 10, he's got a chance to have a Hot Wheels car made out of that car behind him. That car is sweet, too. I mean, everyone's love it. Can't say
that was one of the, I would think, top 5 showstoppers at SEMA last year.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, that car had one of the biggest buzzes of the entire SEMA show.
In my opinion, right behind them.
Yeah, right? Right at the ramp.
Right at the ramp.
Yeah, hopefully next year we'll have that ramp all tied up too with the new build, but
yeah. I was looking forward to seeing it, you know. Okay. I won't say anything. Jeff will yell at me. But yeah, it's awesome that it's in the finals, and it's I'm grateful to know you guys, and you're from my area, so I'm cheering for you guys. I'm not biased at all, but
it's been really kind of flattering because you see the other cars that are in the competition, even the ones that in the round that the Hulkamino was in. I mean, there was some pretty stiff competition, and there's some really amazing cars that they have. So if you get a chance to watch the next couple rounds on the Hot Wheels, because they do them live like we're doing here too. They get a few people together to judge them, and it's been really fun to see it. There's so much talent out there.
Where can you watch that?
Hot Wheels Facebook page.
That's it. Okay.
Yep. They do a live thing. We'll post it on our ITW Hot Rods page. So you can click on over.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'd love to check that out.
Was it the Hoonigans running it, or are they just part of it?
The Hoonigans ran the round that we were in.
Okay.
So it seems like they haven't really given us a whole lot of detail, but it appears that at each one of the rounds they have their organization throttle. There's been different ones that host it along with Hot Wheels, so they get that way. They're kind of doing what we're doing here again, getting more people to talk to and more opportunities to connect. And
well, if you win, I'm buying a bunch of them. Just saying.
We'll be arm wrestling at
the Walmart.
Right? So awesome. That it's kind of dark behind, so you can't see it, but people probably recognize it, I'm sure.
So what do you got planned for after the Hulkamino?
Well, we're working on one for SEMA next year. Actually, it was supposed to be for this year, but we're going to keep it under wraps still next year. We'll have hopefully the same spot on the ramp there at Central Hall.
That'd be cool.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. We look forward to seeing that and you guys next year. Thanks for taking the time and being patient with us, you guys.
Everyone cheer. If there's voting for Hulkamino, vote for it.
Yeah. Thanks out there for calling us friends.
All right. I don't know. We're getting some feedback from somewhere, but all right. I guess we'll move on to Cord. Cord was an earlier guy too. Someone has really
the star of There's Something About Mary.
Let's see.
There?
Are you there, Cord? Guys? All right. I just muted someone's mic, but I don't know who I did. How you doing, Cord? You've been busy.
Yeah.
You've been shooting movies, right?
Yes. We just wrapped a film with Mickey Rourke and Michael Jai White at about 10 o'clock in the morning here in Albuquerque. So
wow.
I'm a little bit a little bit tired.
Yeah, a little beat up.
I got thrown through a table a couple of times last night.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Michael is a very strong guy, so they had him picking me up and throwing me over his shoulder into a table to kill me off. So it was quite good. We had a lot of fun.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. Well, Cord, he's a stunt man, so what do you expect? He's going to get thrown into everything.
It was really cool. I got hired on this show. It's usually whenever I get to do an acting part, it's because they've got me doing stunts. But this time here, they actually hired me as an actor, and I was one of the leads in the movie, so that was kind of exciting.
Awesome.
So hopefully it comes out well.
What's the name? Do you have the name of the movie?
It's called The Commando, and we got information last night that I think Paramount's picking it up. So
nice.
Hopefully it'll have a theater.
We'll have a watch party.
We can all do the premiere.
Yeah, there you go.
But I leave here tomorrow morning, I think, and we head to LA for a week and a half, and then I got to become pretty good friends with Cowboy Cerrone, the guy from MMA or from UFC, and he's in the movie with us, and him and I are going to go down to Baja 2 weeks from now for the Baja 1000, so that'll be a blast.
Nice.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to.
And then you got still any updates on Richard Rawlings?
Yeah,
you guys
we're trying to. I talked to Rich a week or so ago. I've been smashed on this movie because we've had the craziest hours, but we're still working out what we want to do for a show for next year. But we've got some cool ideas. Hopefully everybody likes it when it comes out. We'll see.
Nice. Well,
anytime I can travel, it's fun because you get to meet people. And I came in a little bit late here. Sorry about that. But I heard you got charity stuff. And that's my partner in Dubai, Reza Dari. That's our big focus. Anything that works in the charity world. So if we can help, so that's something that Richard and I were talking about when we go travel to do these shows, trying to pick somebody out that we can help out when we go to each place. It'd be kind of cool.
We got K's Customs here. They do modified power wheels for kids. So there you go.
What do you mean by modified power wheels?
Battery operated children's ride-ons, Jeeps, Gators. Kind of like the things behind us on the wall.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. We're blessed.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So, there you go. There's some charity stuff right there.
Give us a call. We'll talk.
Make it happen. Making smiles for miles.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, anything to help. We have a couple schools that we help to fund that are in Jordan, and then I work with another group that we have, Sunil's Home, which is an orphanage in Mumbai, and I did a film there back in 2007 and saw a lot of kind of bad things, so tried to do what we could to help with that. And yeah, sorry guys, I'm sort of out of it. I've literally been doing 20-hour days.
I'm not really surprised. Since you drove like 22 hours or whatever the last time we talked to you, so.
Yeah. That's right.
Man.
He's non-stop.
Yeah, you need to get some rest, man.
Yeah, tonight my wife and I are going to be sound asleep as soon as we're off the show, and it's probably about 4 a.m. we'll leave and head to LA and be there for a week, and then I've got to go be with the family for Thanksgiving, and then I believe in the Michael was asking me. He's got a Western that's coming up, so he may have me come work on that, which would be the 1st of December, I believe.
Well, get some rest, man. It's been great seeing you again.
Thank you guys very much. It's an honor to be here, and I love the show, and I have crazy respect for everybody on here. I know every name on the show, so that's really cool.
Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, we got some great people. Great people. So, well, we'll see you again. I'll have to follow up with you later.
Thank you guys very much. I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you.
Yeah.
Take care, Corey. Thanks, man.
Get some rest.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Do we have is Sarah Edwards still here? I don't know. She was in and out earlier.
All right, we got Tim, Ken, Case Customs.
Yeah, we've got all the guys. Let's see. Well, Tim's been here a long time. Tim, there you are. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Are you on?
You got him muted.
I have him muted.
Or I see a little red flash through the microphone. There he is.
There he is. Tim, you've been on here for a while. Tell us about yourself.
Just biz. I mean, we're just busy. We load cars out of Houston, and it's been a crazy year for sure.
And do you usually build some really high-end cars that you...
We do a lot of pro touring cars. High horsepower, beat the crap out of them kind of cars, and it's just been a very crazy 2020 to say the least. I mean, we started out in the beginning of the year, we had a oil company explode down the street from us and mess up a bunch of stuff, and then that was pre-corona, and then the coronavirus, so we've had a bunch of shutdowns this year.
Oh, wow. So are you building anything for like the Autorama, or?
We're building a lot of stuff. We're in the middle of building a new shop, and we've got a bunch of projects. We're working with Casey from Casey's Paint Shop, doing a bunch of fab stuff with him. He does all our paint for us. So we've got, I think, 3 or 4 cars we're fixing to send to him for paint once his new shop gets up and running. So we have a bunch of big projects coming out. We're building another project for the Riddler again, which will be fun. I keep telling myself that, but and then we've got a bunch of stuff for Good Guys and other things we're working on.
Well, tell us about Enigma.
Man, that car was a lot of fun. That was actually a car we built for a good friend of mine. He wanted a high horsepower, the ultimate 2nd gen Camaro, and he literally drove the tires of that thing. I mean, I think he actually sold it. He got rid of it, and he got into doing some drag racing stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, we autocrossed that car. We drove that car. That car won just about everything we could win with it, and we had a good time with it. So we've got a couple cars in the works right now to follow that car up. We're building a Corvette for a guy at Kuwait. We just got another Corvette from Turkey, C2, C3. We've got a bunch of cool cars coming out. Should be pretty interesting. Working with another shop building a Bronco on a road shop chassis. So we've kind of spread out everywhere with off-road and pro touring and muscle car, everything.
In your company, what's the company name again?
It's GAP Racing, GAP Racing. Yes, sir.
And
we're in the middle of building a new shop now, so we should have, depending on permitting, which has also been slowed down because of the virus, but we should hope to be in there before the first of the year is the plan.
And you've competed in the Grade 8.
Yes, right? We won a Grade 8. We've won GM Design Award. We've won Top 5 Street Machine of the Year. We won Muscle Machine of the Year with Good Guys. We've competed in just all the Autoramas and the Good Guy stuff, and SEMA.
There you go. Hey Jeff, have you met Tim?
I have not.
Okay.
How are you, sir?
Better. How are you, Borg?
Good.
Yeah, Jeff. He's Hot Rod Power Tour spokesman, and you're probably right down his alley. He'd like to. If you want to join the Hot Rod Power Tour with your cars, I'm sure he'd love that.
Absolutely.
Man, Good Guys Autocross. Love getting out and driving them.
Oh yeah, it's just been I bought the business from my dad in 2015, so we bought it out. So traveling hasn't been as easy the last few years, but now that we're getting things back under control, it should be a lot easier for us coming up.
Well, that's why I was wondering if
the Good Guys in Scottsdale.
I'm sorry.
You coming to the Good Guys in Scottsdale?
Probably not. We're trying to get this new building thing wrapped up, and that's taken a lot on us the last year because we started that back in January, trying to get that thing going, and we're trying to get it finished up before the end of the year.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was wondering if you knew Jeff, because Jeff does the autocross for Good Guys, and
okay,
he said he did some autocross stuff at Good Guys. So I thought, well, maybe just not in the same area.
Yeah, I mean, we did Columbus, we do a lot of the Fort Worth stuff up there and at that Good Guys.
Okay.
And we went to Scottsdale when we won the Muscle Machine of the Year, but we didn't have to drive. We just had to hang out and take our toolbox home.
All right. Yeah, I know
Dude,
they have.
those are sweet toolboxes, aren't they?
That's the best award you could get.
Holy moly. Those are such a nice presentation. You get all the tile that comes and the body. Yeah, it's a nice little setup. They put on a good show.
Yeah, we're building a special place just for it at the new shop. So hopefully get some more we can add to it soon.
Yeah, they just announced 19 shows for 2021, I believe.
Awesome.
Good Guys. So, all right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Sorry for all the scheduling issues, which I knew I'd probably run into. But thanks for being around. I know you've been hanging on for a while, so.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
And I know someone else who's been hanging on a while, Sarah Edwards. I know she was here earlier. How you doing, Sarah?
Good. How are you?
Great.
There she is, Sarah Edwards Racing.
Yeah, Sarah Edwards Racing. What's new with you? You're getting closer to getting married, or?
Yeah, we're officially less than a year away, so that's exciting.
Less than a year?
Less than a year.
When is your engagement? A decade? Whoa. How long does it take to get married? What?
Next October.
Okay. Next October.
Yeah.
So tell everyone what you do, what you've done, because I've never driven 300 miles an hour, and I know Jeff hasn't.
I previously drove a 300-mile-an-hour jet dragster for Hannah Motorsports. It was called the Queen of Diamonds 2 300-mile-an-hour jet dragster, and I was very privileged to drive that for 2016, 17, and 18. Prior to that, I bracket raced a dragster that my family and we purchased, and we would go bracket racing. We tried to get out like maybe twice a month. I'm in southern Connecticut, so we have no racetracks in Connecticut. The only place for us to go racing would be New Jersey, and at the time, Raceway Park was still in operation, but we went there as spectators, not as drivers. So I found myself calling ACO Dragway in southern New Jersey home for a handful of years. So I started bracket racing. Well, I started as being 12, watching jet cars and saying that's what I want to do one day, and kind of moving through middle school and high school, still with the dream and the desire to drive a jet car. But first things first was I had to graduate high school with good grades, good driving record. And then once I graduated, I was able to attend Frank Hawley's drag racing school, where I earned my NHRA Super Comp license. And then from there, we bought my dragster and we started bracket racing. And that car ran about 180 miles an hour in the quarter mile at 7.5 seconds. And then at the end of 2015, at the end of that season, I had gotten the message from Al Hanna of Hanna Motorsports asking if I would be interested in driving their jet car for them, which is the exact jet car I saw when I was about 12 years old, the first time my parents ever brought me to a race. So that was a full circle part of my life. It was really exciting, and it brought me to a lot of very, very cool places and meet a lot of great people. And that's kind of how I'm here today. So I've bracket raced, I've driven professionally, I've become friends with David Aiken, who was on earlier. I got a chance to be on his show Toy Makers on History Channel last April. So that was super fun, and I've gotten to meet a handful of everybody on the screen at SEMA over the last 2 years, which I'm so sad we're not there right now. I was just watching the finals, the NHRA finals in Vegas, and the way we've planned our trip the last 2 years, we would have been out in those stands today, so that was kind of a bummer. But Yeah, and moving forward, I'm really excited to announce that I'll be on Cartoons, the magazine, coming out at the end of December.
way.
Yeah, they're
Very
doing
cool.
a whole woman's feature, and to be amongst Jesse Coombs and Shirley Muldowney, I mean, it's unreal. So I've been very, very fortunate to follow my dream and kind of have fun along the way. Well, a lot of fun, and meet some really great people.
Sarah, you and I need to connect.
Okay. I'll get you her number. Mark, I got this.
I'm always looking for women. Wait,
There you go.
did my wife hear
Yeah,
that?
so am I, Mark. I'm always looking for women.
I'm not looking for women like Jeff is.
Wow.
But Sarah,
I don't know what that means.
really, Sarah, we need to connect. Just email me at Mark@Cars Yeah, because I love having women on Cars Yeah, especially women racers.
Yeah.
So
I would
please,
love that. Thank you.
please reach out.
Mark,
She's awesome, Mark.
Thank you.
And as Jeff would say, badass. But yeah,
Badass.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah.
And hey, Mark, we had a lot of women coming on tonight, so you're in the right place.
There you go.
I know, that's what I hear. Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, Sarah, for joining us, and thank you for sharing the show tonight. You've been all over the place, all over social media.
Trying, that's what we got to do.
Thank you for doing that. I just keep going to Facebook jail, so
No.
every other day I can't do anything. So, but thanks a lot for that, and thanks for all your help. And we're missing yet SEMA this year, but don't.
I know. I think we're all missing each other.
Yeah, we are definitely.
So, especially coming off last year. Last year we had a great time, all of us. So it's a bummer, but I keep joking because next year our wedding date is October 23rd. So I said maybe we should just honeymoon at SEMA.
You better.
There you go.
Better. We're gonna throw a huge party.
Be sure to save a bridesmaids for me.
There you go.
There you go. And look who just tuned in. Dina, Parise, another race car driver. So, and a great friend, I'm sure, of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you doing, Dina? She's right after you, so that was like amazing timing.
Perfect.
Well, thanks for coming on, Sarah. Check her out at SarahEdwardsRacing.com and with Sarah Edwards on Instagram and Facebook, right?
Yep, Sarah Edwards Racing.
Check her out, 300 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Good to see you all.
Thank you for being on.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye. Hi, Dina. How you doing? Oh, is your? I might have you blocked. Just a second. Try to unmute it now. There we go. Oh, you were on for a second. What happened? Hold on. I'll try it again. You were on for a second. There's so many windows switching here, I can almost even click it. All right. I don't know if it's working yet. Can you try it on mute again on your end? I'm not blocking it. I'm not muting it, so. Here we go. This is what happens on.
There we go.
There we go. How you doing? So, what's new with you?
It's busy like always. Hello to everybody. Looking forward. I'm actually doing SEMA 360 social media correspondence, so that should be
nice.
That should be fun. It's a good way to keep my feet in it and keep people interested. I'm really trying to get the younger generation too, interested in our industry. So, it's got to keep going somehow, right?
Right. You brought your car to Nelson's car show that he had?
I did, and it aired yesterday. So we went to the Boss Hog Tour Converter show in Alabama at the Alabama Music Hall of Fame, which, by the way, if you're near there, go, because it's fabulous. And the car show was great. I think it was his first one that he did. He did a great job. And then Sam Madavi, who I think was on earlier.
Yep.
And Low Car Shows on Motor Trend did a great half-hour presentation on it. So the whole thing wound up being really good. It was about a gazillion degrees. I thought it was going to melt, but other than that, it was fantastic.
And tell us what you drive again, because I'm getting older. That's what Jeff is.
So I drive they consider it a 2013 Cadillac CTSV. Her name is Stella. She's a Pro Mod, 3,000 horsepower, 526 Hemi with a 1471 supercharger sticking out the top.
Yeah, just a slow car, right?
I just say every Italian girl from New York needs a 3,000 horsepower Cadillac. I mean, really.
Man. And the car is beautiful. The car is beautiful. I would have loved to see it down in Alabama, but I would have had to quarantine for 14 days if I would have flown.
I know it's crazy, and we're just hoping for more positive things coming down the pike.
Right. Well, I hope to see you on SEMA 360.
Yeah, well, I'll be there. I'm just I'm starting to do my schedule and get everything kind of nailed down where I'm gonna be. There was a lot of interest from people on things that they wanted to see, so I'm gonna try to hit up as much as I can.
All right. Well, awesome. Thank you for joining us. I know it's been kind of helter-skelter here, but you kind of expect that a little bit.
Bye, guys.
But nice seeing you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you. Thanks for being on. And I see Brad Fancha just logged in. Brad, are you there? Let me see if you're blocked. Okay. Try your mic now.
Well, Ray and Josh are here. They've been here for a while. Instead of taking somebody on who's just got on, let's take the people on who've been waiting. Mike?
Okay, I know. Brad was earlier in the schedule, but he got
I understand that, but he's late. So if he comes on late, he suffers the consequences. We've got people who've been on here waiting. I mean, I'm just trying to be fair to everybody who've been here waiting for hours.
All right.
Yo!
I mean,
I'm getting yelled at now.
Been on here before Brad, so I mean, let's
get Ray and Josh on.
Yeah, let's get somebody on before Brad was supposed to be on earlier.
Josh on. Sorry, Brad, I'm getting yelled at. Jeff's gonna just beat me up.
We've got to have some sort of order here, Mike. You can't just go willy-nilly.
I had order. All right,
Josh, how are you guys? What's going on?
Pretty good. How are y'all?
Thank you for being on, and thank you for waiting for I don't know how many hours. But no. But it's great to see you guys. So tell us about yourself, Ray. I know Tory got you on, and tell us about yourself.
So I am a metal artist, but I do a little bit of everything. Obviously, rip Harleys. I do everything. But so yeah, that's pretty much it about me.
And you're a metal artist, and you rip Harleys.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I do. No, I do a lot of things. So I'm a metal artist. I'm a sculptor builder. I have sculptures all over the world. I also paint murals and do a metal mix of paint murals. I run a welding class for victims of sexual violence. I also, of course, rip Harleys. We build cars together. I just got back from LA, almost 4 weeks gone, shooting something very, very big that's going to change my entire career. We can't talk about it because it's signed an NDA, but just be looking for that in the spring. Also, me and Terry, we peoples, and so yeah, I do a little bit of everything, And
very nice. Where can we find you online?
You can find me at Ray Ripple everything. Literally Ray Ripple everything with an E instead of a Y.
And then I also say friend of Dwayne Maddox.
Yes,
so
Dwayne's my boy.
We had Dwayne on earlier. I know that I saw you on his Get Well video. I believe you were on there along with me and Jeff and Terry.
So Ray, I got to jump in here.
Uh-oh.
Mike, there's another woman I want right there.
Yeah.
For cars, Mark,
Mark, I got it for you. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Are you like my pimp? Is that what you are?
Yeah. Whatever you want, man. You know what to call as long as the payment ain't late.
Hey, Mark. Mark, all you gotta do is go to Plan and Traffic, and you can get the playlist from my joint.
Oh, we got some competition guys going here.
Oh, jeez.
From east side of the street.
I'm texting you her number right now, Mark.
Okay.
Right now we have 5 different. Right now we got 5 different podcast shows on.
Okay.
There's 5. Brad Fanshaw, Shift and Steer, and we got Driven Podcast. We got several podcasts on right now.
Well, Ray, in all seriousness, I love to support women in the automotive industry. You sound like such a multi-talent, so I just want to make sure we'll get connected by these guys that get me all my dates. Use my dates. Go ahead.
I love cars and stuff like that. We're building a Mustang right now. We're also building a G8, and the G8 is going to be my race vehicle, and then the Dina is going to be his, which is a Mustang, and he can tell you more about that because he's pretty specific about how he's doing that one. But my heart and soul belongs to my Harley, and like doing stupid things on it that you're not supposed to be doing, like standing on it and all of that, awesome stuff. But that's where my heart is in the automotive industry. But
well, you too, Josh. I'm not leaving you out, buddy. You're invited. You're invited too. Okay. But I know Lewis, my man, and Terry, and all my connectors here, my super connectors. We'll get us all connected. All right.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah. And he's like everything you need to know about like anything making something go fast is this guy right here.
All right. Sounds good.
Don't let him lie to you.
Thank you. Oh, Terry connectors coming in right now. Okay, I'll sign off. I got to talk to my man.
I need some behind the scenes people too, I guess. Terry.
We're the missing link.
I have Tory. I got Tory. He helped me.
No, Tory's the man.
And Tory can hook you up too. Just saying.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Ray. And sorry it was everything's a little out of order at this point, but
also, Kay's Customs, if you can still hear me, your NASA shirt is awesome, dude. We're huge SpaceX and NASA fans. That's all we do is like literally live stream all of it always. So, dude, you're killing it. That shirt's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Right. And I mean, we've had Kay's Customs wait. They've been on for a long time, just waiting. I know they're kind of later in the podcast, but we could have them come on next.
Awesome, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, so you can find us. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no problem.
Sorry. I was gonna tell you, you can keep up with the Dean and all of our adventures on both of our Instagram pages. So you can find him through mine, and then of course mine's Brave Ripple. So.
And I've seen some amazing work that you've done lately that you've been posting. So.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Guys, thanks for coming on. Kay's Customs, you guys have been on for a while, so if you guys want to talk about what you guys do.
I'm Josh, Rachel, and Carissa, the KFK's Customs. We specialize in all aspects of children's ride-on toys, cars. Customizing is definitely one of them. I've built Carissa several of her own, from customized Gravedigger, which is a Gravedigger rat gasser, a Camaro, Gen 5 Camaro, a 1960 Mercedes SL300, that's a 48-volt brushless motor, pretty sick go-kart. It's geared to do only about 23 right now because it's
work in progress.
It's a work in progress, but we've done some other custom builds. Bumblebee Replica, that's what we were speaking about the last time we were on.
Yeah, for a little girl.
Somebody.
Little story about that. Tell us the little quick story about that one.
Well, we partnered with a gentleman who had a replica Optimus Prime, and he had reached out to us to do a collab, and we built a replica Bumblebee from a Peg Perigo Volkswagen that was made about 20-something years ago. And Josh and myself put together he did all the electrical, made it sound, as the children would go through the car, the doors would open and sound like the Transformers were transforming. We had a Bumblebee hood in the front where we had done our double layer Lexan, where all our sponsors, all our sponsors' names were laid out as the Bumblebee vision. If you've seen the movie that came out, we replicated Edgelit. And when you opened it, there was a Bumblebee hood, helmet, and the child could press a button and Bumblebee would talk to them. We did this for a family in Massachusetts whose father was killed in the line of duty. So it was really great to be able to incorporate their father along with Bumblebee, and then Carissa here got to actually give it and gift it to the family. So it was a really amazing experience to be able to give back. And then it was probably one of the biggest builds that we've done together. I do graphic design, and Josh is the mastermind behind Case Customs, and Carissa is our test driver, lets us know what's going on with all the ride-ons.
And that's how I found out about you guys too, is by the Bumblebee car. So gave it to the gentleman's daughter. Right?
Yeah, the son and daughter, the Chesnes, correct.
Okay.
They, the family kind of modeled the movie. It was the Bumblebee movie that came out in, I believe, 2017, 18, around Christmas. It was the Volkswagen, and the daughter and the son lost the father, not through the same circumstances, but was trying to at least tie as much of the movie in as much as we could to the build, try to, replicate it, basically.
Pretty cool. Well, thanks for waiting all night.
No, thank you for having us on. We appreciate it. It's a great group of people. It's an honor to be on, folks.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for waiting.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, you guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Do we want to go to the driven guys because they're all here right now? We probably could.
Sure.
Yeah, it only took about a half hour to get everything figured out tonight.
Yeah, no, sorry about that.
We're not real bright. Sometimes you gotta, you don't give us more than a half hour for lunch, you'll have to retrain.
Well, I'm just, you don't know the stress of taking this on before it even started. I think
it's exciting.
Oh, geez. I don't know. Stressful. It's not like doing one person. This is like 40 people, So it's a little tougher. But tell us about your podcast. How long you guys been going on now?
We relaunched a year ago today, and we'd done it for about a year beforehand. Mark and I started this back in July of 2018. And after a few months, Mark's job grew exponentially. He was no longer able to, he couldn't be an engineer, he couldn't be a co-host, couldn't even return my phone calls. So I was left to go find another co-host and then also another studio. Mark's been in radio for 35 years, and he works for a big radio conglomerate here in Kansas City. And we were using his studio. So first of all, I was spoiled. I got started in the best possible studio.
They were pretty sweet.
Yeah, not too shabby. On somebody else's dime, that was the best part.
That didn't suck either. No.
And when I had to leave and I picked up Vern Estes as a co-host, we wound up studio hopping. We were just looking around all over town trying to find any place we could and trying to get schedules to line up and trying to get guests. And it was a real bear. And after a while, Vern took a look at me and goes, "This sucks. I'm not doing this anymore."
Podcasting can be hard.
I called Mark in a panic, and he said, "Oh, I got some time now." Oh, great. Well, that works out. And I got mad about always trying to find a studio, so we built one in my house. And now we've always got the studio available to us, and we also managed to find Corey Pratt sitting. I can reach into his camera like that.
There you go.
And we've got a home now. We've got a good crew, and we've been having some really terrific guests. We had Jonathan Ward on the show last week from Icon, and man, he's a great interview. You just ask him a few questions and get out of the way, and he'll take over from there.
Yeah, just say, "What do you think?"
Yeah,
and then for an hour and a half later, you start editing.
Yeah, you just step out of the way.
Take out a few words.
But
I was on your show. Ed Golden was on. You guys probably could.
Terry was on.
Terry's on. Yeah,
Terry's good to see you again.
There you go. Yeah, Terry's here.
And,
so network with these guys.
I know Mark Greene through Keith Martin.
Okay.
I work for Keith occasionally when they'll have me, and so. Show's going well. Like I said, we've got our own studio. I've got this fantastic Ego neon light behind me my brother made for me last year. And
that's my name.
Yeah, it's tough to forget. It's burning over my shoulder. But show's going well. We've seen pretty phenomenal growth this year, and we're starting to have fantastic guests, and I'm very happy with it.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a whole new world, podcasting. So.
And again, we're going to have Terry on pretty quick. We've been missing you, pal.
Whatever you want.
He's everywhere. Summit Racing, he's probably doing commercials for Summit Racing now.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know.
All right. Well, geez, you guys have been holding on for a while too. I know all these guys have been holding on.
It's all good, Mike. That's just because it took us this long to figure out how to make it work.
Well, maybe my instructions weren't that great, which there probably wasn't much.
No, we are from the we're from the school for the technically challenged.
Wasn't the what button do I push? Dirt.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us on. We really appreciate it. And again, Terry, great to see you, and great to see everybody else.
Yeah. Thank you,
gentlemen.
All right, Jeff. You didn't know we were going till almost 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Yeah,
it's 6 o'clock my time. It's been 3 hours. I'm out.
I know. Well, if you want to take off, because I still got guests till like 2 more hours.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Okay, yeah. I got to go back. I'm driving to Colorado tomorrow.
Whenever you want to roll, I'll just keep rolling here.
All right. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you next time. Let me know when we're going next, Mike. And we'll see all you guys out on the road. Thanks for coming on.
Right.
Adios, my friend. Adios, friends. See ya.
Jeff, all right. My co-host is gone. But I thought I told him I was going till 10 p.m., but he must not saw the schedule. So I can have, I don't know if Brad's here. He keeps coming in and out, so. Are you here, Brad? Nope. All right. Well, who do I got next? I got Tammy. She was supposed to be on with Bryce and Freddie, but I don't know if they're here. They're supposed to be on later tonight also, so unless you want to talk now, I can get you on. Let's see. I got Brad's mic. I got Tammy's mic. One man. There you go. You might have to unmute your mic, Tammy. I unmuted you, but you might have to unmute you. Are you on yet? Nope. You're still showing that you're muted. All right, help her out.
If she's on her phone, try turning your volume up.
Yeah, see if that works. Oh.
I hear some.
Sure. I just heard you a second ago, and then of course I clicked mute. And people keep coming and going so fast, it changes on me. Try it again. Try to do it again. I heard her for a second. Oh well, this is all part of being alive and trying to do podcasts. I don't know. Can't get her to unmute. She keeps turning it on and off, but it's still showing it's muted. Well, Lewis Lee and Terry, you're familiar with all this stuff usually, right?
Yeah, I'm running into problems all the time, even with Tammy coming on.
Yeah.
Tammy, try maybe going out and coming back in. Might reset your phone.
Yeah, and then I just have to make sure she's not muted when she joins. Yeah, I got another guy who's been waiting for a while too.
Yeah, Lewis Lee.
Well, Tory is like saying, we got other people waiting. Now we see her a house or building. Must be in her car.
Looks like a truck. Looks like a Chevy truck dashboard. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Let's see. Let me see. Well, I have her unmuted. Brad had to leave. We had Brad here, but we didn't have him on. Oh well. I'm losing people like crazy.
Yes, maybe it's the connection.
I don't know. I still have one. She's saying no.
Well, her mic is muted right there.
Well, I just unmuted it, but it still says it's muted.
Maybe it's on her. Well,
that's why I think it's on her side, but she's freaking out. I don't know. We can't get it to work. So I've tried to unmute it several times here.
Okay, does it work now?
There you
go.
Okay, I figured something out. Now hold on a second. Let's see
your camera's not. There you go.
I'm gonna flip it. Okay, does it work?
Yeah, we are good.
Okay, so I figured it out. I went to commute, and then I was able to figure out where I could turn the unmute off. It wasn't working. No matter what I did, it wouldn't work.
Tammy, I have a question.
Sure.
What vehicle are you driving?
I am driving a 2018 Chevrolet Suburban.
There you go. Terry could tell.
I can tell. I heard you placing your bets, but that's what I'm driving.
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
I spent the whole day at Langley Speedway for the Tamco takeover. We were disassembling Mike Finnegan's mini truck and getting the entire thing prepped for graphics.
Well,
that's what we've been doing.
I don't know. I was gonna have you on later with Bryce and Freddie. I had a schedule. I don't know if people.
They had me at 9:05 with Bryce and Freddie. I guess they're not on.
But 9:05 Central Time, so maybe that.
Just let her spit. She's gonna spit fire, so let her go.
Yeah. Tell us about paint.
I had to walk out of a bar to do this. So.
There you go. All right. Tell us about yourself then. Tell us about your company.
So my name is Tammy Miller from Tamco Paint. We are a paint manufacturer located in Wakefield, Virginia. This whole week, obviously because the SEMA's been canceled, I created this entire event called Tamco Takeover, and it's taking place at a racetrack in Hampton, Virginia. And basically what it's going to be is like an entire paint course, airbrushing, pinstriping, custom graphics, entire class that you can take from Tuesday all the way through Friday. And part of what's being done in that class is like as a demonstration, we're taking Mike Finnegan's mini truck from Roadkill and Faster with Finnegan, and we're completely doing a full custom paint job, full mini truck graphics from Tuesday through Friday. So the whole paint job will be done while people are watching in those 4 days.
Wow. Nice.
So that's what we're working on right now.
And all I hear about from all these guys, like Lewis Lee, Terry, and now Ed Golden, my other buddy, is all using your paint. So
fire.
Right. Yeah. It's good stuff. That's why they want to use it, and it actually functions, and it's priced right, and we don't overcharge. We charge a really fair markup, and we produce some really kick-ass stuff.
True.
You got a lot of people using your paint, so Bryce is obviously partnering up with you.
So Bryce and Freddie will actually be at our event. They're actually coming. So they'll be here, I think, by Tuesday or Wednesday. And they're going to be, showing off the Big Kid blocks. And I have a lot of guys who are using Tamco who have been using the blocks and been really happy with just how well they function. And then they're actually talking about, with the new shop that they just opened, Big Kid Customs, which I'm sure they will talk about when you talk with them. They're going to start using Tamco in that shop as well, where they start doing, full body, restorations and custom stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll hear from them in an hour.
Okay. Well, I apologize for not reading the central part.
That's all right. That's all right. I put it on there, but people have missed it, so I know.
You are not alone.
Yeah. Terry's all confused. Yeah. He's messaging me saying, "Why isn't the podcast going?"
Like 3 hours prior.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we're not in order, but I met you. I don't know if you remember me, but I dropped my SD card in your booth at SEMA. Okay.
I remember. I think it was was it last year or the year before? It might
last
have been the year before. It was last year. Okay.
Yeah. Remember, I was with Terry. I dropped my SD card down in her desk. Remember that?
He was my cameraman.
Yeah.
You came up and introduced yourself, and he was there. I remember.
And I was,
very cool.
sicker than a dog too. On top of it, yeah.
Where?
Yeah, it wasn't COVID then, at least as far as we know.
Well, it's actually kind of been a nice break,
Yeah.
Not having SEMA has actually been kind of a cool break. So.
Some people say that. I know another person who works for Wizards, and he said, "Yeah, we get to take a break."
Right.
He's on the road all year.
SEMA is stressful when you're actually a vendor and you're a manufacturer. It's the whole year. It's stressful, everything that you have to plan, and everyone watches what you're doing, and it's a big deal. It really is.
But we know this guy named Nelson Gill who just loves SEMA. He loves SEMA. so yeah.
I love SEMA too. I'm just okay with having a break for a year.
Right. Yeah. When you work hard. Yeah.
Hey, so Tammy, before you get off, tell everybody how to get a hold of you and all your information.
Sure. So you guys can follow us on our website, which is www.tamcopaint.com. We're also huge on the socials. We have a huge following on Instagram, which is @TamcoPaint. And I have a pretty successful Facebook group that I run, which is under Tamco Paint Automotive 411. So it kind of gives you a really cool feel of understanding how the paint works. If you have any kind of a tech question, no matter what it is about automotive in general, you will get an answer from people around the entire country that use it every day. Or just, guys who do restorations and customs and collisions and, can answer your basic questions. But we're really huge on social media. It's been the platform that's done the best for us doing things like this. And thank you for inviting me on the show. This is, anything like this helps just kind of get the awareness out and get people using the brand.
Well,
Tammy, Mark Greene isn't here now. He's the host of Car Yeah. I'm gonna
hook you up.
Information to him, and I'm sure he would be begging for you right now.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Anybody who spreads the word is a helpful thing. I actually have Kevin Tates, who's been doing a build right now. The whole thing is actually going to be Tamco ground up. So we have a lot of different people who are, giving it a try, using it, loving the price point, more than anything, loving the quality. We make and manufacture a very high-end brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kevin was going to be here too, but who knows? He's probably looking at the wrong time zone.
Probably.
Motorcycle quality stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, Tammy, show us your nails. You got.
I do. I have mini truck nails done, so they're all mini truck nails.
Nice.
I seen on Instagram. I was like, she got to show them off.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Standing a truck with nails, but I made it work.
Yeah, I know you do, girl. I know you do.
Well,
I
SEMA.
appreciate you guys bringing me on. I really do.
Yeah, SEMA next year. We'll see you then. Hopefully, I won't drop my card in your booth.
We'll make up for the year. We'll make up for the year lost.
All right.
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Guys. Take care. Have a good night, you guys.
All right. We're gonna go to Ken because he's been waiting forever, and he was kind of one of my last guys because you were added on late. So, but you can be on. We don't have anyone on at the moment, so.
Actually, quite a bit early, right?
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, it was an early morning for me too. We were. I was up at 3:30 this morning, and we had a Muscles and Mojo car show at the Murphy Auto Museum. So it's been one heck of a long day. And then back to Orange County.
Oh wow! So you've been busy. So tell us what you do.
Well, basically a little bit of everything. Show promoter. I took over the Fountain Valley car show that's been going on for about 15 years. Restoring vehicles. I work with the Automobile Driving Museum. I work with Malamut Collection. Also the Murphy Auto Museum, Automobile Driving Museum, restoring their cars. My specialty basically is preservation restoration. I like to work on cars that need some resto, but not too much. We do some color matching, blending in with the old with the new, that type of thing. I restored Tony Dow's Leave It to Beaver, his 62 Corvair for him, which was actually done in the 80s. It had about 5 different colors, all the layers. It looked like actually a tree. I was counting the rings. But we were able to preserve quite a bit of it. It was done in the 80s. He sold the car in 62. I'm sorry, he bought it in 62 and sold it in 64. And 50 years later, he gets a call saying, "Hey, do you want your car?" And he says, "Wait a minute, I already sold that car." And he says, "Well, the current owner passed away." And they said, "Wouldn't it be cool if we no longer on this planet, we could actually will the car back to Tony?" And that's actually what they did. So 50 years later, he saw his car, and we got it running. It was on alcohol injection with the Spider 6-cylinder in it, the 180 horse, which bumped it up to like 250. So I converted over to E85, and then we just brought it back to, it still looks period correct 80s, and respected that. And it was pretty hard blending the old with the new and still keeping the natural patina. So that's actually one of the things I've done. Currently, I'm working on a 51 Packard Patrician 400 that hasn't. The last time it was registered and ran was 1981. Wow. So it was up in. It it had 13 pounds of rust in the gas tank. So going through and restoring. Rebuilding everything. There's no parts available, obviously, so it's pretty tricky. We got it running. The customer actually wants to leave all the natural patina with it, so it's kind of a different restoration for me. I'm used to actually restoring each piece, nut and bolt, and making it period correct or original. And so we're actually bolting back all the rusted bolts and everything. And it's kind of interesting. When you open the hood, you still see that natural patina with it in there, even though things are, so blending that in. So we're getting it on the road. She just wants to cruise it. So like I said, it hasn't ran in a long time. So we got her running. So that's one of the things. I've got the brakes. That's an interesting thing too. They don't make brakes for it. So I've got a company out here in California that actually relines any kind of brakes. So I've had to send those out and get those finished. So it's one hell of a project. Most people didn't want to work on because they're difficult cars, but you have to know there's not too many people that understand those old Packards, especially with the starting system. You start with the accelerator, and the actual starter switch is on the carburetor, which actually works off a ball bearing type deal and a vacuum. So once you start it, the engine runs, it produces vacuum, the ball disappears. And so when you floor it while it's running, obviously it's not going to start again. But then also it's grounded through the voltage regulator down to the generator. On top of that gives it the ground in order to make that work. And then when it gets the voltage going, that breaks the contact and it works. But then on top of that, it's positive ground. So trying to figure out all the wires, they've had a family of rats in it and going through, the process. I'm sure you guys have brought cars back to life. So it's been pretty fun, that part of things. So a little bit of everything. I built a Wicked 356. I don't know if you're familiar with that vehicle. It's a 625 horsepower roadster replica of a 356 running a Type 4. It's actually a 2.7 liter. running small block Chevy rods. So the engine is actually 1 inch wider. We had to do shims in it. And then on top of that, running 9-in-1 compression and then a fogger system of nitrous. So 48 IDAs and then running a 915 gated shifter on a 9-in-1 gearbox on it. Full 9-point roll cage, and we just pretty much threw everything at it.
And
So
your company name goes by Wicked Customs? Is that
we're Wicked Customs, right? That's the very primary brand. Then I also have a Pro Street 57 Chevy that I actually worked on and finished that up. So I have that in the stall. That's running a 397 cubic inch small block and a 444 Detroit locker rear end, a 700 R400. So she launches at 5,000 out of the hole. But the way it's geared and with the lockup converter at 80 miles an hour, it's running at 2,800 RPM. So I've got actually the best of both worlds. I can take it out to Malibu and all these long distances and drive either local or long distances. So that, and I'm trying to think of, I did a 64.5 complete restoration on a Mustang. Completed that last year. That was actually featured with Classic Industries on their website, and they actually did a little write up on that type of thing. So I tend to like to get into the, like I said, again, the preservation, restoration, bringing the cars or whatever the cars that are back into from their heydays and little obsolete cars. Pretty much. And the other thing too, I do I'm the voice for actually the Hot Wheels. I do the Hot Wheels garage for the Automobile Driving Museum in El Segundo. So the kids have a chance to get out and touch the cars, the life-size Hot Wheels cars that we feature out there too, and get them going and try to inspire the next generation, so to speak, that type of thing. So we do car shows. We do a lot of MC work. That's in my background as well. Car events that we actually interview quite a few of the clients and vendors that are out there. But one of the biggest things that we were really promoting, we got hit hard, obviously, from the COVID. We had our show scheduled on June 19th, and we actually pushed it ahead, and same thing happened. We had to cancel it. It's for a 501(c)(3) for the city of Fountain Valley. So that was pretty tough because we were really excited about the venue coming up. It's on the grass. We had Joe Coddington, we had Maureen Magnuson coming out, and there's some coming out this year. We have the father of nitrous oxide coming out. Let's see, who else is coming out? Crocker Motorcycle. We added vintage motorcycles to the show, vintage trailers also to the show. And cars, tuner cars so we have cars from the brass era all the way up to today's cars type of deal. And we're doing a beginner's engine challenge that we put together for father-son, mother-daughter, vice versa type deal where we'll have 2 small block Chevys set up. And it's basically similar to the engine builds off that you see, but they're very basic. We're looking at valve covers, a set of headers, an intake, and team building, and we're looking for kids and parents that haven't touched a tool before. And we can kind of go through and teach them how to do it, and they'll be timed. In the winner of the group, either the father, son, the mother, daughter, will have their own actual toolbox that will pinstripe. Actually, Vonhotrod, has he been on already?
He's going to be on later, hopefully, if everyone sets the right schedule.
Yeah, so he's one of our guests at our show, and he'll be pinstriping the names on those actual toolboxes for the kids. Really so, again, a little bit of everything, restoration, either 100-point restoration or just whatever we want to meet, whatever the customer's needs are. In this particular case with the Packard, again, it's a little different for me, actually putting rusted parts back on it, but that's all that they wanted to do. But again, I really enjoy preserving the history and cars like that, of all kinds of different things. So whether it's mechanical, bodywork, interior, a little bit of everything that I work with.
Okay, and where could people find you then?
You can find me actually at wickedcustoms.com or kenvella.com or kenvellamc.com. I'm on Facebook and all the social medias and that type of thing as well. If anybody needs some help, more than happy to reach out. And it's ironic, one of the gentlemen was talking about, and actually it was Mark Greene talking about an all-girls type of show coming up, and that's what I wanted to focus as well at our car show, the trials and tribulations, the women in the man's world, so to speak, having a panel of, like, so we have Joji Barris is going to come out, we've got Maureen Magnuson, we've got I was trying to get Cheryl out, but actually I thought she was actually in Huntington Beach from doing the show overhauling. But obviously we know she's there's a distance, so trying to get a group like that together.
She was here. Joe was going to be on. I don't know what happened to Joe.
Yeah.
And then Bogey is supposed to be here. I don't know.
Oh, cool.
But
and then also
maybe
I was going to bring
later.
Yeah, and then I'm working with Frank over at Wrench Nation. I'm their show promoter. We I gather some guests out there. I've got really good friends. I hang around with Iski Iskandarian at 99 years old, incredible man, and still just going strong. We did the actual the Gasser event over at the Automobile Driving Museum also too. So we have some pretty big people out there. So if it's car related, I'm all over it.
Yeah. Question, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Wait, you might be muted. Maybe.
I can read lips, kind of.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm working with Sherilyn now. Sherilyn from over. If you want, I can text me. You know what? Terry LSX at Yahoo.
Terry LSX. Okay, I remember that. Terry LSX at Yahoo. Yeah, we had a conversation. And we were hoping that I was hoping that she'd be in town. But my whole thing was I would love to showcase, like I said, the women in the sport, and actually even do a tribute trophy for obviously the late Terry Combs. You know,
absolutely.
We've also got connections with Brianna Hun.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And also. I don't know if you've heard about my daughter, but, she's age of 5. She became a Hot Rodders of Tomorrow by rebuilding that engine. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think the biggest thing being that it's going to be, it's in California. That's the other thing as far as being that we are for a nonprofit. It's really tough to, and I understand that with special guests. They need to be compensated. So we do our best to try and either do a booth swap or something like that, like with Joe and Aerowax type of deal. But this show that's coming up is already scheduled for June 19th, 2021. We have actually 5 Nitro Nostalgia Dragsters. We're going to do a cackle contest, audience choice. And I'm trying to think of what else we got going on. The Magnacycle will be out there. I don't know if anybody's familiar. I know we're talking motorcycles, but the Magnacycle that was done in 1970, I think 3 was on Chopper magazine back in the day.
I know.
And so that will. What's that?
I said I know what we're talking about. Actually, my torque converter's name is Boss Hog.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that totally makes sense. So we'll actually have an original Crocker out there too. They're one of our sponsors. Indian is one of our sponsors as well. I don't know if you're familiar with the like a big tank early Crocker based out of Los Angeles. I'm actually working with the company and helping them produce some of the parts so we can finish actually 10 kits that we're going to be selling. So I've always wanted to restore and build a motorcycle, and this is actually my chance to get into that. So it's going to be pretty fun and pretty interesting. So, So a little bit of everything, entertaining, it's inspiring, just anything automotive, and especially in these times, we need things to do, to get out, as you know, and part of the concerns I was thinking as far as, I know there's a lot of cruisers out there, and unfortunately back in the day, they canceled out all that cruising. They made it illegal to do any of that. So I'm hoping that it's not going to start doing that, because they've actually shut down a few events because they've gotten too big out here in California.
Well, I got a somewhat of a schedule, so I'm gonna have to move on. I hate to cut you off.
That's okay. No, I appreciate your time. I appreciate the invite out here. And Terry, I'll reach out to you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, I'm trying to go in order, guys. I'm trying to go in order. It's been rough, but I got Ed Beard Jr. who's set up, and he's got his amazing artwork right behind him there. He's one of the top airbrushers, in my opinion, in the country right now. So,
Amen.
Ed Beard, what's up?
Hands down.
Let me see. I might have you muted, so you might have to unmute your mic, and that's my fault. But try to unmute your mic if you can, Ed. I don't think we can't hear you.
No.
No. We can't hear you. Might have to.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I had him muted. It's my fault. I'll unmute everyone.
Tell him to log out and come back in, or shut the phone down.
See if you can log in and log back, or log out and log back in. It's my fault. I had you muted. When people come in, I have them automatically muted. So hopefully you can hear us. Well, Tory's telling me to go to. Now we lost Freddie now. Oh, there he is. Well, we'll try to go to Bryce, Greene, and Freddie. You guys are way down in the list, but you're here, and I know I've got Bryan waiting too. So, let me see. You guys should be unmuted. Freddie, show that you're still muted, and Bryce, it says you're on.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, you guys are early. Tammy was super early because I was going to have you guys all on together, but she was at the bar, so I can't complain there. Can't complain about that, I guess. So how you guys doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. Tell us what you guys got going on. I mean, you got something going on with Tammy, and that's why it's going to have you all on together.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, Freddie figuring that out.
I think he's still showing muted. Boy, we're having all these problems.
You might be. It might just be on your phone, Freddie. I don't know if you got a laptop or something you can log into.
If he's on his phone, there might be something else muting him, because that's what Tammy had the same problem with, and Ed might be having the same problem with.
Yeah, I think it might be a phone issue.
Hold on, Ed. Ed was saying no, but when you try it again, Ed, because when you log in, it's automatically muting you. This is the problems about have live podcasts.
Right.
That's
you just
why
have
I don't
to allow everything.
That's why let me let's see. All right, Ed, you're still muted on your end for some reason, but I got you off. Okay, Ed.
There you go. Yeah, can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Sorry, Bryce.
All right, I'm gonna flip around. Help me out. Turn around it.
We're gonna have Ed go on quick. All right. If that's okay with you, Bryce?
Yep, that's totally
you
fine.
Hear me?
All right. Yeah, we can hear you, Ed. Amazingly, we can hear you.
I'm phone illiterate and a lot of things illiterate.
We can hear Freddie now, so just hang tight, Freddie.
All right.
All right.
Like we're in a commercial.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is like the worst nightmare that can happen as far as getting everyone connected. All right, Ed, you're on stage, man. Tell us what's going on.
Hello, everybody. I saw Nelson was up there earlier, Lewis Lee. I believe my brother Terry was up there. I don't know who's up there now because I can't see the screen.
Vonhotrod just joined too.
I'm right here.
Vonhotrod,
how are you? Thanks for having me on, Mike. And I don't know if Jeff's still on.
No, he didn't get the memo that I changed it 2 more hours. Apparently. You're still on, Ed. I can still hear you.
Well, I don't. If Jeff's still there, tell him I said hi. Thank you very much, Mike, for having me on. I talked a little bit about some of my collectors and followers about the little sneak peek on the van. He had the Dragon Lord behind me. A lot of people don't get a chance to see it up close, So, and it doesn't get out very often, and it definitely didn't get out this year because of all the closures and the shows and everything. The last time this van was anywhere was at SEMA in 2018.
Right.
That was before I actually hooked up with you guys, and Tri-5, the 1955 Chevy we had at SEMA last year, which was great.
Right.
But yeah, Airbrush by Beard. That's the name I go by on my website. I've been airbrushing everything from vans and motorcycles and hot rods since 1979. And I do everything from pinstriping, lettering, but mainly my focus is on the mural work, kind of stuff you see behind me here. My van is basically a tribute to the old days of the 1970s, even though it's a 2000 Dodge van, which I bought brand new and used and beat the crap out of for 350,000 miles before I turned it into the beast it is now. I love fantasy. I've illustrated for Dungeons and Dragons and all the game companies for 25 years. So between the fantasy books, some of the movies I work with, and doing illustration mostly in fantasy, Lord of the Rings and things like that, people know me for that. So that's why I did the van the way I did. But I just got through doing the Orange Crate, Krate, which was supposed to be the 2020 SEMA van for Nelson.
Now it's the 2021.
2021 now.
And now 21, and all of that's thanks to Terry, to which Terry's portrait as the Tiki King is on the passenger side. He's guarding the bar.
Right.
If you guys want to look at, you can go to my Facebook page. You can go to Airbrush by Beard for the Facebook page, or just Ed Beard. That project took me 6 months, but it's done. So now they're just working on the interior and go from there. So, is it all right, Mike, if I take you real quick around the van?
Yeah, do it quick.
We got it, real quick.
Can you talk about the movie producer? Can you say that publicly, or that you work for the movie? Everyone would know his name if you can say who you work for.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, only Steven Spielberg. Yeah,
and quite a few studios.
Yeah, I don't think Ed says enough of who he's worked with, because it's pretty impressive.
Well, you disappeared.
Well, we lost you.
Yeah,
there we go. We're good.
All right, good.
I think you hit the camera off or something.
For some reason, my screen got real dark. All right, so here we are. We're at the castle where the great dragon stands upon it. And I love to put hidden objects. And if you go in real close to the window, you'll see there's a knight that's like 1/4 of an inch high. And then down here, when you go into the tower, actually, I got to there we go. You will see a little princess in there. But that's the kind of, that's kind of ridiculous. I love to hide objects in my pieces. This is a combination of airbrush and hand pinstriping. That's the only way you really can get that, fine work in the beard and so forth. Let me take you down here. This is basically the story of the beginning of dragons as they emerged from the fire and lava. And that you just passed was the ice dragon. And here it is on the hood. You've got the Dragon Lord himself up above on the visor. Let me go hang around the driver's side.
And I always like to say that Jack Black's worn some of his T-shirts. I know.
Oh man, Jack. He's crazy. He's constantly doing some kind of video stunt with my T-shirts, and it's hilarious as hell. And the guy's never met me, but he always shouts out to the shirts, but he doesn't know who did them. And I can't get his producers to contact me back. It's hilarious. But yeah, he's done like 7 different videos on his Jablinski channel. And It's the coolest thing on earth that he's a fan, but he's such a geek. He's followed my work with Dungeons and Dragons and the card games like Magic the Gathering, but he has no idea that I'm on his show all the time.
So amazing work.
Amazing work. Yeah. That pretty much gives you a quick look all the way around. The other thing is the entire inside is painted. That's the inside of the door.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can't skip that.
And down even to the step-ups. The step-ups were painted to make it look like stone. And then in here, even up at the top where the CB holder is. And if you look back there, you'll see.
We're losing your picture or something on mine end. It's froze, but there you go. Oh, geez.
So this is a hell of a ride. It's a lot of fun, and we drive it all over the place,
Well, so you did a car. You did a 1955. That was on A&E's SEMA. It was on the SEMA show for last year. That's the car me, Terry, and you were in.
Yeah, I think it was FYI that they had it on. But yeah, that was kind of a cool thing.
I thought it was History Channel too. Something like that. Okay.
And hopefully next year, hopefully we'll all be back to normal and we'll have the big orange crate, the 1974 Dodge van there. Nelson Gill and Boss Hogg will be all doing it together because we're their featured vehicle, and we'll see each other, and maybe we'll actually get past this craziness, huh?
Well, we hope so. You've been dealing. I'll tell you, Ed's been working on this van in like 100 and whatever 12 degree heat and passing out, literally working on this van that's going to be at SEMA next year. So, blood, sweat, tears.
It's actually all finished.
1,800 hours or something.
How many hours? How many hours?
Oh, it's about a 6-month project.
Yeah.
It's an extended van, a 74 long van, like the ones the carpet haulers used to be in. And it was every square inch of it all the way around, hood, back, trunk, the whole bit. And it was portraits, 3 portraits. Portraits of the husband and wife, the dog. It's all pirate themed and oranges, and it's got surfboard stuff, and it's a tribute to St. Augustine, so it's got the lighthouse, the most haunted lighthouse. It's got Ponce de Leon stuff in it, hidden objects there's over 180 hidden objects. And there's a quest that you have to go around. You get this little card, and you have to find the hidden objects, and then they dictate where you go on the map. So when you go to the map, there's actual coordinates, and that spells out the name of the van or the phrase of the van. So it's an interactive van. It's one of the most interactive pieces I've ever done. It's a lot of fun. Kids love it.
It's crazy stuff. All right, Ed, I'm going to have to keep moving on, man.
Got it. Thanks for having me, brother.
One of the best artists out there as far as I know, airbrush artists, amazing work. And you'll probably see him on TV next year. So, all right, we're going to move on to Vonhotrod was pretty much next. So I'm going to go to Vonhotrod.
Hey.
Can
you guys hear me okay? Are we good?
We can hear you. And I see You're standing in front of your favorite wall hanging piece.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out in the living room. That's in my living room, so that's where I'm at.
Nice. Gotta love it. Yeah, I think I wore my co-host out, so Jeff Thisted, he had to pack up, and he didn't know I was going to go 5 hours with this.
Nice.
Yeah, skipping dinner and everything.
That's a normal day for us when we're working. We do the 10 to 15-hour day, so we're good.
Right. Yeah. So what have you been up to? With the COVID and everything else going on, what have you been up to?
Well, it's been actually pretty great for us because it's been a time for us to catch up on everything that's been piling up. Because as you know, I travel so much, and there's never a time to catch up on everybody's art. So I've been able to catch up on everybody's personal stuff that they want for Christmas and gifts that are coming in. So it's been great because we've had a lot of studio time down. So that's been really, really nice for us, getting caught up on new merchandise for 2021, what we're going to debut and stuff like that. So it's actually been a really good downtime for me.
Although I am going to miss you at SEMA. Dang it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can say
Today I would be having my last dinner of peace tonight, Sunday night, because tomorrow it starts. Usually for me at SEMA, it starts with Education Day and the launch pad. It starts on that for us. So it's really different. I would have been traveling in the morning and then getting there later on and having my last dinner before it all starts.
I'd be flying right now in the air to SEMA. So yeah. Well,
I know I'm going to miss it.
I know we all are, man. You've been to a lot of SEMAs too. How many have you been to?
Yes.
I know you've been.
Last year was 31 years of SEMA.
Damn. Yeah. Well, I can't even imagine that. You've seen it grow, I'm sure.
I've seen it when they were a little bit in panic mode and didn't fill up the big convention center, and I've seen it where it's been oversold, where there's been tents all outside. So it's been awesome. When they moved into the hotel, the Vegas hotel.
All right. Well, I have to keep moving. I hate cutting people off, but I have to do it.
No, you're good.
We love you, Vonhotrod.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining, man. And it's always good having you on.
Anytime. Thank you. Thanks for the invite. It's been awesome.
All right.
Hey, Vaughn, real quick. I put the video back up of you and me. Go check it out.
Oh, nice. Okay, we'll do. That's awesome. Thank you.
I put it back up. We're gonna run it out there. A little tribute to SEMA. It ain't happening, so
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna post a bunch of stuff starting tomorrow, so all SEMA passed.
All right, that's awesome. All right, we'll talk to you later, Vonhotrod.
You got it.
We'll see
you guys take care. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, still sticking with the schedule, guys. Bryce, I'm sorry, I got Minnesota Outlaw Customs. They've been waiting too, so I'm gonna have them on. They're doing a SEMA build for this year. They couldn't obviously take it here, or to SEMA. They're in my home state. How you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good.
Good. Really good to see you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's the car coming along?
I'm in Arco.
How's the car coming?
You know, we got her in primer, and we kind of had to end up pulling off a little bit, only because of, you know, like getting a lot of our sponsored stuff and getting stuff shipped to us, and you know, it's been kind of a trial, and like lack of shop time, because he's been in the shop and I've been with the kids, and you know, kind of hybrid learning, and then they were out of school, so
yeah, that's a big mess too in itself. I'm dealing with that too with my 5-year-old.
Yeah, get them involved, man. Throw them in that shop.
Yeah.
Actually, honestly, my daughter, how old was Aspen? 6? Yeah. He taught Aspen to weld at 6. And she's a good, yeah, she's a good, we could put her to work. She'd love it. She actually, Vonhotrod, wants to start pinstriping. She's very artistic.
Yeah, I've taught so many people online. Just have her message me. We'll teach her through it. We'll talk her through it. Let's do it.
Thank you.
That would be
cool. That'd be amazing.
What were you gonna say? Oh,
well, it's just been crazy with everything that's going on, and all the stuff that's came into the shop, and we had to get it out of the way, you know, because a lot of the smaller jobs or whatever that usually the bread and butter jobs, you know, that come in all the time, they're not here because of this whole COVID crap. You know, a lot of them haven't been showing up and stuff, so we had to get a bunch of stuff caught up, and now this week we'll be caught up, and we're going to be back on the car again, so you know, we'll be able to tear it up or whatever. So.
And you've had a swap meet in the snow and all sorts of fun stuff.
Well, and that's been interesting, you know, and we had our car show, and you know, we're just trying to do things to excite our community and make sure that people are able to do things and not get too bogged down, because pretty much everybody locked down around here. Like we didn't get any of our normal summer automotive repair stuff, none of that, nothing for months. Yeah, so it was really crazy. We should have had more time to work on the car, but getting this stuff here was just not happening. It was just kind of all crazy. So
once again, I'm gonna miss you at SEMA, but I keep saying that. But next year. All right. Well, thanks for waiting, you guys. Everyone's been kind of waiting patiently. Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Bryan Daigle. He's one of the next guys on the list. Just trying to stick to it as much as I can. I got people ripping me for not sticking to it. So what do you do? Bryan, are you on, or can we hear you? You might be.
Oh, you got me muted. You're unmuted now.
No, you're good. You're good.
Good to go.
How you doing, Bryan?
Doing good. Missing SEMA bad, just like everybody else.
Yeah. No SEMA, no 2,000-mile drive.
No, we'd just be rolling in. Would have been Friday. We've been loading in on our cars. Would have had 14 people to load in this year for the build-out drive-off. Kind of a bummer. Since SEMA didn't happen, we actually rolled all of our video footage for the last 5 years. We are doing a documentary to be released in 2021 for RATical Drive-Off. We actually, Mark from Cartoons Magazine, we own Cartoons Magazine this month. This would have been our calling card at SEMA. We would have been out handing out magazines. I got hundreds of these. Sean Puz, our World Championship guy from last year. Few of the builds from last year, few of the builds from this year are even in this. Arco and Heidi, they're actually in this also.
Nice.
They did pretty good. Still looking for builders for 2021.
Yeah.
The guys with the election, everybody's freaking out. I had 33 people inquire about joining the build-off. Everybody's scared. Don't know what the election, what's going to happen with COVID, if they're going to go away for next year.
Yeah.
I'm in kind of hold mode and just trying to keep the event going. The documentary is going to be a big boost, but that's going to be a while yet till that comes out. So we're trying to get everybody to get their builds done. But like Heidi and Arco said, a lot of product wasn't sent out. A lot of companies were in limbo. So
yeah, I could see that.
It is what it is.
So you got 14 builds, and then if other people for this next season you're gonna just add on to the 14.
Yeah. So for this year for 2020, we're actually doing a video. It's a short sale for the event, but it's a video drive off. All these guys who have joined will be driving their cars, doing a little video for us, and the builders will be picking from the video a winner for the 2020 drive off. Then 2021, all the 2020 guys are welcome to come back and do the drive in 2021. So our 2021 drive from Lincoln, Nebraska to Las Vegas, the 1,500 miles, we're going to have probably, I would say, at least 40 to 50 cars on the road, all going to see them at one time.
Nice.
It's going to be epic. So
there you go. All right. That sounds pretty awesome.
We got a lot going on. Like I said, COVID threw a monkey wrench in everybody's stuff, but we're still trying to plug ahead. You know, these guys are heroes. Heidi and, Arco, all these guys, Sean, all these guys kept working through this. It was tough to do, but they all leaned into life and got their stuff done. And we'll see what the videos come in, who lands for the video winner. But then they get to test them for 2021 to come and drive them. Like I said, 2021 will be an epic RATical year. So I'm looking forward to next year.
All right. Well, thanks for coming, man. Thanks for joining tonight.
Bryan Dagel, what's up, man?
Hey, Terry.
We'll see you again. We'll see you at SEMA next year. Let's hope.
Peace out.
That's cool, Bryan. Best of luck.
Nelson Gill, I'm still following Nelson was after Bryan, and Nelson, you're on. So.
Yep. Well, guys, let me tell you one thing, man. Bryan Daigle has got something that's very special that I think everybody needs to follow throughout the entire year. So that RATical rod build off is something else, and I wish you the best with everybody that's in it, man. So we're
thank you very much.
We just doing our stuff, man, up here, man. With COVID, it kind of shut the schools down. My daughter got to learn how to weld this summer. She's built over pushing 300 torque converters now. We're just putting in a micro bulk gas station in our shop and looking to expand it 18,600 square feet. We're also looking at Terry Wilson's actually seen this. It's a robot arm. It's a cell that they actually had at SEMA last year at the Miller booth. We're looking at to do that to get our production up. We've actually this year already clocked over 14,000 more torque converters than what we did last year.
Wow, that's pretty amazing, Nelson.
Yeah, and believe it or not, stepping up that hard, that fast, our actual defects are still at 0.00327%.
Nice.
Of what we put out, or what goes out the door, because we do catch parts, going out the door. So that's, once we catch them, we just cut them open and go from there. But we're going to have a big push towards Eleonora coming up next August. We're going to be doing our Alabama Music Hall of Fame car show once again. Every one of you guys are invited. So Mike, let's get names and addresses and phone numbers, and I want all the international rat rod build off people there, man. I want all the clubs out of Memphis, Nashville, Atlanta, and we need a trailblazer from New York to come down, maybe Blue Screw. We're gonna have to have them all down here, man. Vonhotrod, you got to come sign some T-shirts, man. This is send
me a message. I'm there.
Well, and maybe Sam will do a show again. Sam Wadavi, Sam's Garage.
That's already set in stone.
And I'm also got Bryan Basson.
Yep, Bryan Basson's going to come up. But see, I've got a key to it. Is anybody here familiar with the contingency connection? Now this is Jackie Risa and Ronnie Ball. Okay, so they've got a lot of history in this, and they actually sponsor 136 tracks and drag racers tracks all across the United States. Now, there's a ton of vendors on this thing that we're tying in with this car show, and hopefully we're going to get most of these vendors to this car show. Now, all of the profits will be going towards the Alabama Music Hall of Fame and the Hot Rodders of Tomorrow. Again, I've got to pay peeps and security and all that stuff, but anything over the top, we were actually able to give the Alabama Music Hall of Fame and the Hot Rodders of Tomorrow $1,000 from the car show that we put. So
and that was it. You announced that pretty late. So if you have a little more time to advertise this, you guys are gonna do really well.
We have 3 weeks to put it on, man.
Yeah,
It was actually on Motor Trend this weekend. It was on Motor Trend Saturday on Sam's Garage Low Car Show. Yeah. And again this morning at 7 a.m. on Low Car Show. So go back and watch the DVR and stuff. It'll be on Amazon Prime, Mav TV, and Revin. If anybody's interested, I'll shoot it over there to Mike so we could post it up and check it out and all that kind of stuff. So, but I'm hoping to have at least 20 to 30 vendors next year. And potentially, there's a big stage out there. Maybe we get somebody up there singing and stuff. That'll be fun, man. Make it a whole thing.
Well, Nelson Gill is an amazing guy, awesome networker. He's brought a lot of these people that you see here together. So look up Nelson Gill, Boss Hog Torque Converters, ACC Performance Products. I got the sticker right here, but he's a good guy. So. Good guy. He's a good guy to have on your side, and we've met so many people, even, together, even with Nelson. We've met people. Johnny Balmer was going to maybe be on and kind of come on the same time you were, but I don't think he made it. So that would have been kind of a nice surprise. But
he is a cool cat, man. I'll tell you, he's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on, Nelson. I know you were on for a while. I got to keep the ball rolling here.
Yes, sir. So, who's next?
It's looking at Bryce Greene and Freddie Carlson. They've been waiting for a long time, but they were early. Everyone else has been late or not showing up, so you never know. All right, thanks, Nelson. All right, Bryce, and are you guys unmuted? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yes. How you guys doing? Sorry about the delay. Trying to stick to a schedule.
How it goes.
Everybody's got their turn.
All right. So tell us what you guys got going on.
Just got some really cool things. Just grateful that Freddie and I are kind of able to take things to the next step. And we actually just opened up our own hot rod shop last week. So we're just getting builds lined up and got a really bright future ahead of us.
Nice. So you guys, brand new shop. You guys have still got to fill it, right? With equipment, or are you guys working on that right now?
Yeah, we've kind of got about everything we need. We've got a waiting list probably now for about a year to 2 out, and we're filling up with a good crew. So we're just kind of excited for what's going to happen next.
And where's the shop located? And name of the shop?
So it's in Linden, Utah, and Freddie and I launched our sanding block company back in February called Big Kid Blocks. And so our shop, we just kind of wanted to play off of that. So we're just Big Kid Custom Rides.
Okay. And what kind of builds? Just anything and everything right now? What kind of builds are you usually going to be doing?
Ready?
Not anything, but I mean, bottom up to just complete paint jobs. We're open to a lot of stuff. Right now a customer came in on Friday who had a few repairs on a nice 55 truck, and we'll do some paint repairs on that. But we're looking to do everything from paint repairs to complete frame up builds. So we've got a full schedule ahead of us, and we're blessed to have what we have. This block company started one thing, and it's just gone. It's snowballed. We didn't expect to have a shop this soon.
Yeah.
But it happened so quickly, we couldn't not.
And you guys just announced the shop. Was it a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
And we're already a year and a half out. So
that's crazy.
Blessed. Super blessed.
That's awesome, though. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, we're gonna have you on with Tammy from Tamco, but
no worries.
Yeah, like I say, she was having fun at the bar. I don't blame her.
Yep. She's got a busy week ahead of her.
Yeah.
That Tamco takeover is quite a thing going on.
Okay, and you guys are gonna be there. You're gonna be part of that.
Yeah, we're heading out Tuesday, so we'll be there Tuesday through Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where is that gonna be at again?
It's in Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, Hampton, Virginia. So Freddie and I, we're not teaching or anything like that. We're just going to go hang out and just kind of enjoy a week off from everything.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Like a good plan.
Right?